Hey guys, welcome back to another MPG tutorial, and in today's video, we are going to be exploring the caching function. Let's begin by clicking on cache at the top of the page. So here we have two main options. We have disk and database. And in case you're wondering, there's no difference in speed or performance between these two caching methods. Your hosting provider may have limits on disk or database space, so be sure to select the best option for your situation. To enable caching, all you need to do is click on the enable button for the method of your choice. So let's enable disk caching. This should only take about 1 or 2 seconds. So now it's enabled. This button is no longer clickable since you can only use one method at a time. If you ever need to switch your caching method, you would first need to disable the active one, then enable the other one. And one more thing to note is that caching does not work for logged in users. So we are going to be viewing our MPG generated pages using incognito windows. And also cache settings are not set on a global level, they're set on a project level. So these are the football players project settings. Now let's go to World Cities. So once we access the cache tab, we'll see that we have different settings for this project. And today we are going to be working with this one. It's called World Cities. Let's enable disk caching. Okay, and we can see our success notification at the top. And the next step is to view one of our MPG generated pages. So we are going to go ahead and click on the main tab. And let's scroll all the way to the bottom. Let's click on see all URLs. And we should see a list of our MPG generated pages. Let's go ahead and open this one in a new incognito window. Okay, so once our page has loaded, we can go ahead and close this window. So we are going to be closing this as well, and let's go back to the cache settings. And now if we take a look at the statistics section, we'll see that we have one page in cache. And we can also see the cache size at the bottom. Now I'm going to show you how to flush your cache using two different methods. The first one is by simply clicking on this flush button. The second method requires a lot more effort. You would actually need to access your WordPress files via FTP or maybe your cPanel file manager. To keep this demonstration as simple as possible, we are going to be using a WordPress plugin called WP File Manager, and you can get this from the WordPress plugin repository. So I'm going to open this file manager in a new tab. Okay, so here's our WordPress directory, and what we want to do right now is go over to the WP content folder. Now let's open MPG cache. So here we have a folder named 3. And if we go back to our project, we could see that this number matches our project ID. Okay, so let's go back to our file manager. And let's go ahead and open this folder. And there we could see the MPG page that we just accessed. Now let's go back to our project to flush the cache. Let's click on the flush button and click OK. So now we no longer have any more pages in cache. Let's go back to our file manager, and we just want to see if we have any changes. Let's go back to MPG cache, and we still have the 3 folder here. So now we can either reload this or just click on the back button. So our folder cannot be found. This means that we successfully flushed our cache. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate the manual flushing method. Let's go back to our MPG project, and on this page we just want to go over to the main tab. Let's scroll all the way down, click see all URLs. And let's go ahead and open a different URL in a new incognito window. And once our MPG page is loaded, we can go ahead and close this window. Let's close this modal as well. Now let's move to the cache tab. And now we'll see that we have one more page in cache. And we should see this if we go to our file manager. And we'll need to refresh this page, so we can either click on the reload icon at the top, or we can simply click on WP content. And once this loads, we can click on MPG cache. And there's our folder again. Let's open it. And here's our MPG page. So now we are going to flush this cache manually. Let's right click on the project folder, which is this 3 folder, and click on delete. Click on remove. And now it's flushed. We can confirm this by going back to our project. Right now it still says that we have 1 file in cache. Now let's reload this page. And let's go back to our cache tab. Now we have 0 files in cache. So this is how you manually flush your cache. Okay, so I hope this video helps you out with your MPG projects. Thank you so much for watching.